RDR fam, how is everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great Monday and more importantly had a great Thanksgiving break. Didn't do any videos since Tuesday, I think, last week because there was nothing happening. So nothing to talk about. Like I said in Tuesday's video, if there's no action, no need to recap it. But wanted to get back on tonight. Today wasn't that great either, but I want to get back on today. Just kind of talk about DR, kind of gets back in the swing of things. And I'll tell you up front, one thing I did not do today, I did not trade with live money, right? I actually went back because I hadn't traded since Tuesday. So I went back and I just did some, fake money accounts, right? So I used paper trading and I did nothing wrong with that right now. What it did allow me to do was get some of that, what I call the craziness out. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I want to notice something. I'm not going to do a high level time frame recap because really we haven't moved much at all. But one of the reasons I knew today was going to be flat as far as New York goes, the regular session, it's going to be a consolidation session. Was if I look at what happened over the last two sessions, right? So when I look at what happened from this is the Asian session, this is the London session, and then you have New York here. If you notice, look at where all this is lining up, right? If you look at all my DR setups, they're all basically in line. So once I got into so I woke up and I saw this one and I saw this one, and we started setting up here and noticing that, look, we're not moving much at all. We're still, everything is inside of each other, right? So to me, that's like, okay, we're just going to consolidate all day. Even though we had a wider range here, it's still a consolidation from my perspective. So just want to point that out. It's good to look at kind of I always look at the Asian, London, and then that kind of helps me sometimes to figure out potentially where New York is going to go. 'Cause that's what I'm really trading most of the time, unless I get up early enough to catch some of London. Okay, so anyways, that's where just that setup to look at. Sometimes you'll see DR ranges that'll kind of go. Asian will be here, and then London will be here, and then we'll start doing New York here, and so you kind of know you're going to have potentially an upward trending day. All right, so a lot of times that'll happen too. Okay, so anyway, all right, so let's go into our 5 minute for today. Let's zoom that in. All right. Now when I look at range wise, everything was kind of stacked on top of each other, 45, 55 up to 45, 67. So 12 points again, pretty small range. We love 16 to 20. And again, like I was kind of expecting it to be a consolidation day. So, and that's kind of what happened. All right. And so now we'll tell you, let's skip to the good stuff, right? So if we go over to 1 o'clock, all right, we had, we had tested confirmations. We were testing them a bunch of times here. And we finally confirmed right around 1 o'clock. Okay. Now, which is cool. All right. So now what we're expecting is a retrace, and then we're expecting price to move back up. So we retraced. We didn't retrace below IDR, right? In fact, let me get some. Guys, I still got these alerts set on here. Let me get rid of those alerts so we can kind of see our lines a little better. I'll get rid of this one also. Or maybe I won't. Let me go back and get rid of that one. Okay. Threw off my midnight open, but I'm okay with that. All right. So we had again, we confirmed high here. We confirmed high here. Oops, let me get rid of that. Confirmed high here. All right. We didn't retrace all the way through. So again, that's not a trade I'm taking. I'm just watching. All right. We go back up, come down. We retrace underneath here. And so my order is placed here on DR high. Okay. Because I'm expecting price to come up here. Now on this candle, I said I was playing around a little bit. I wouldn't have been this cavalier about it. But when I put my order on here and got picked up, then price came down here below the below IDR. What I ended up doing was actually adding to my order. All right, so I had two contracts on this one. Now I'm already negative here, right? Because prices come down. So I'm negative here because I'm expecting price to go up this way. Put an order on here for it to go back up. It did go up some. So I ended up closing out. I can't remember how. It was still, I think it was still negative, but I ended up getting, actually, no, it was right around zero, or I think I like positive, like 25 bucks or whatever it was. Or I know it was like one tick. Once I got back positive, I just go ahead and close that trade out because I kind of could tell that we were struggling a bit to move. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you notice how we went up here, right? Equal lows, equal highs, came down, started to go back up again, got up here, went over here, another equal high, and it was lower. So it's actually a lower high than the previous one, which normally means you get lower highs. You probably gonna get lower lows too. So that's just my, again, I could have been completely wrong and it would have just shot back up and I would have been okay with that, right? But again, my goal is to protect capital, right? Even if it's fake capital, right? So I decided to get out of that trade there, okay? And I said, well, it's gonna be one of them days. I'm not even gonna worry about it because I can tell what's gonna happen. And as you can see, I mean, nothing really happened, right? So if you're in that trade, either you got stopped out or you got back to break even and hopefully you got out. Okay. So now, so that happened, right? So we had all this movement here that didn't really do anything, especially if we're looking for this kind of direction. Okay. Now, was there anything I had to play, to play it this way? I don't know. I wasn't looking for that. I was just trying to see how I can stick to the rules, right? Because I'm always telling you guys stick to the rules. And like I said, today was my day to break the rules because I was playing with paper. I was doing paper trading. All right. So price came down. Okay. So now where are we looking at? Right? We're still talking about our rungs on our ladder. So we took a trade here, didn't work, or we took a trade those two rungs on the ladder, it didn't work. Price came down to the DR, the .5 fib, right? That blue line, okay? And that one just came down, so we bypassed that one completely, okay? So that's another rung, so that's three rungs that we've now gone down. Because remember, I'm still expecting price to go this way, right? So how do I do that? What am I looking for? Once I get past this blue line, past this .5 fib, what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for price to come down, and I'm expecting it to go down below, or below the IDR low. But what I want to make sure that it doesn't do is actually go down and actually close below DR low, right? Because if we don't get that, if we get what we call a reversal or a retirement setup, all right? So that's what I'm looking for. So once price came down below here, okay, I went ahead. All right, I went ahead and put an order on that IDR. Because remember, what two things are going to happen, right? In this case, I'm either going to close below DR, end up with a false DR day. Okay. All right, if that happens, I close the trade. I take that, whatever loss that is, probably about 3 points, and I'm out. I'm done, right? 'Cause I know it's not working. The other option, or the other thing that's going to happen, that's the one. The second thing that could happen is we end up with a retirement step, a reversal. And if you look, that's exactly what happened, right? So I had, I put my order here, got picked up, and between 3 o'clock basically and 3:30 just kept going up. And once it got to back on the other side, back up to the IDR high, I got out of the trade. All right. So I don't know how many points that was, but I was just happy that it worked, right? Because today just didn't, it was just a blah kind of day. So let's see, how many points was that? That was, so let's say from here, so let's say 45.58 up to 45.67. So was that 9 points, right? So not bad for really a kind of lackluster trading day. But again, you had to be patient to do that, right? And because if this is frustrating. All this movement is frustrating until again you see what you get here, which is the opportunity to jump in and take that ride on up. Here's where putting your alerts on is very important. And I'm gonna tell you what I did today. I was talking to one of our subscribers on the channel, and we were talking about, setting alerts. And normally I can just set an alert, right? Set an alert here, set an alert there, wait for price to hit. So what I did today, once I saw all this happening, right, I said, okay, I want to set the alert to keep pinging anytime price goes above, right? Because again, at first I'm looking for it to confirm. So all this movement here, I'm waiting for it to confirm a high. So I want my alert. So once I set my alert, I'm going to set it to, you know, not just one time alert, but alert every time. But I only want it to alert when it goes higher. So that's what it was doing at first. Once I confirmed high, I switched that over to confirm. Let me know when it confirms or when it crosses below IDR, right? So I want to confirm. I want to tell me when it's going low now, because now I'm looking for a retrace. All right. Once I get the retrace, and what I mean by that is, we're closing. The body is closing above on the initial crossing up alert, and then on my coming down the other side, I'm looking for a body to come down below, or actually not even body, it's the wick to come below, so I can actually get my order placed. Okay, so that's my second alert that I use, and then the third one I'm gonna use is once I come back down. Okay, I have an alert set for IDR, because remember I went below DR, so I have alert set for IDR, and then I also now have another alert set for DR to go up. So I wanted to see, it's going to tell me when things happen, so I know when to go in and start paying attention. Not to automatically jump in, but start watching price to see what it's going to do. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. But that's just a way, and you can use alerts any way you want. But like I said, for me, and for those who work 9 to 5 and are busy, we can't really watch the charts all day. I wish I could. Some days I can. When I'm working at home, I can have it on a different computer. But when I'm at the office, I can't do that. So the best way I've figured out how to do this strategy, which again is a pretty relatively simple strategy, it's just timing, and it's just price and time and direction. And so as long as I can get my alert set so I can know when to do things, then life is good. All right. Anyway, hope that made sense to somebody, and hopefully that was helpful. Hey, listen, again, we just had Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a wonderful one. For those of us who've lost loved ones in the last year, deepest condolences and prayers. I know holidays get hard. I still miss my dad, of course. It's been gone a year, but still miss him. But that'll never change, right? But anyway, so just love life best you can, and as we always say, love all your loved ones, because you never know when you won't be able to do it again. So take advantage of each and every opportunity to do that, right? And I hope you were able to do that over the last week or so. All right. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope all was well. Probably had a great Monday. Hopefully tomorrow gives them more action, and we'll see what happens. All right. Till then, we'll see you later.